The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel welcomes you to this edition of the Mayors and Supervisors Weekly Update, brought to you by...
Each week, our community makes history. Each week, you make history. And each week, there's only one source to turn to for the first take on history. You know what that is? Subscribe to the Sentinel right now to discover the history being made in your own backyard.
The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel. More than just your news, it's your history.
Hi, welcome everyone to this week's Mayors and Supervisors Update. I'm Chris Carosa, publisher of the Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel, and each week we bring you the goings-on in the towns and villages that we cover. This week we'll be starting with Mike Falk in the town of Lima. Mike, what's Lima looking like?
Hello, Chris. Thanks for hosting us again. The Livingston County Sheriff's Department received two accreditation presentations this week. Peter Kehoe, the executive director of the New York State Sheriff's Association, came to the Livingston County Board of Supervisors meeting this past Wednesday and presented accreditation awards to the Civil Division and the Jail Division of Livingston County's Sheriff's Office. Out of the 62 counties in New York State, the Livingston County Sheriff's Office is one of 36 that meets the standards for corrections, and one of 31 that meets the civil accreditation standards, and is only one of 8 that have actually gotten accreditation across all divisions of the Sheriff's Office. So congratulations to Sheriff Doherty and all the staff there who worked very hard to get these. Following on that, Livingston County was honored by the Government Finance Officers Association with a 2025 Distinguished Budget Award. This is the fourth time that the GFOA has recognized Livingston County for that, 2016, 2017, 2019. So good job by the staff. Of course, the legwork was done by former County Administrator Ian Coyle, and now it is up to the new County Administrator, David Prabulka, to continue the budget excellence in getting these awards. 4th of July here in Lima, don't forget, we do fireworks at Mark Tubbs Park. The festivities will start about 5 o'clock. There'll be games for kids. There'll be a DJ. The regiment program will be there with their sort of electronic gaming set up so that people can get a look at what they're doing to help prevent veteran suicide. You'll see the VFW vending hot dogs along with other food trucks there. A good time. And then about 9:30 when it gets dark, we have the fireworks show. So plan on parking across the street and being shuttled over or walking. Water District number 5. The vote is on July 15th. It is here at the Town Hall from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Official letters with my signature have been sent to all the affected properties with their owners of record. We are doing 2 of those mailings. We'll also be publishing in the Sentinel twice, along with other ways of letting folks know. Congratulations to Leslie Raymond, who has finished initial probation and is now our full-time library manager. In addition to all of the regular library items this summer, we will have new carpets installed, more efficient lighting, and some EV chargers out in the parking lot. Lots of other good things going on. Be sure to stop in and congratulate Leslie and see what the library has to offer. It is not too late to enter your team in the bed races at the Lima Crossroads Festival. Bed races will be on Saturday, August 2nd, and you can go to www.limafest.org to sign up online, see what the music lineup is, throw in a sponsorship if you want. Everything is right there on the website. And lastly, today I was elected the chairman of the Genesee Finger Lakes Regional Planning Council. This 9-county council assists its members with grants, and planning and all sorts of other interface items where there has to be someone interposed between either the federal government or the state government and local government who is either receiving funding or needing some sort of overarching planning tasks done. If you as municipalities need any kind of assistance, please do not hesitate to call me, and I am happy to discuss with you. And that's all I've got, Chris.
Thanks, Mike. Over to John. John, what's moving in Mendon?
Hey, we're finally into some good weather. Got a little action down at the spray park on some of our nicer days. And we had a little issue with our doors locking and unlocking, but I believe that has been solved. And just a reminder to everyone that the hours are 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. and the restroom doors do lock at 8 p.m. Should you be in there at 8 p.m. when they lock, there is an emergency button that will release the lock, so you won't get locked in there overnight. Couple of things there. The town board is having a public hearing on temporary signs on July 14th. The new law is on our website. I would ask people to take a look at it. This is not an easy one to proceed with because the New York State Comptroller's Office, we've been in contact with them, and they, there's only certain things that we can do when it comes to temporary signs. If you have to read the sign to decide if it's legal or not, then that's something that you cannot do. It can't be the content is what I'm trying to get to. So anyway, we're taking a look at it. We certainly would like to hear from people. They can either attend the public hearing or send an email to myself, and I'll be glad to enter it into the record. Also, we're in that season where everybody wants to do something to their home, and if you're building a shed or you're doing an addition or a fence, please get a permit. Just a reminder that if you're in the town of Mendon, outside of the village of Honeoye Falls, you will get your permit from the town of Mendon. If you're within the village of Honeoye Falls, you get your permit there. Make sure that whatever you're doing is on your property. A lot of people don't know where their property lines are. I'm going to say that I'm personally one of those people. I don't have a instrument survey of my own property. So I don't know where the property line is because my property, I bought it from my grandparents. My grandparents bought the property in 1919. So I have no idea where my property lines are. But if you're going to build something, make sure that you get an instrument survey. Make sure it's on your property because you don't want to end up having to move it or buy a piece of property from your neighbor, which we've had a couple of those recently. And also, depending on what zoning district you're in, you want to make sure that you're following the setbacks and the zoning as far as setback from the property line. And once again, call the office. We'd be glad to help you out with that information. Just a reminder that if you're in the town of Mendon, there is no primary vote on June 24th. And our EV station at the library is currently out of order. We have contracted a new vendor for that EV station, and as soon as they can get it up and running again, I'll let everyone know. And that covers it for Mendon.
All right. Thanks, John. Rick, it's over to you in Honeoye Falls. How's it going there?
Well, thank you very much, Chris. Great to see everybody today. It's busy as heck, like we all are, but it's all good stuff. This past Tuesday, with the Monroe County Legislature, I had the pleasure to sponsor a Monroe County Legislative Award for the iPad Rehab Odyssey of the Mind team. This talented group of young ladies from the HFL school district, with one team member from within the Pittsford district, worked diligently on a specific problem project during their season this year for Odyssey of the Mind. Not only did they win their respective regional category, but they went on to win the New York State title and then traveled to Michigan State University, where they earned the United States Championship and earned second place in the world designation. These incredible young ladies not only are impressive within this competition, but were equally impressive as they accepted their award. Congratulations to the girls, and thanks to all their supporters, including Mrs. Jessa Jones from iPad Rehab for sponsoring and leading this great group. They are all a fantastic representative of our greater community. Other areas of discussion within the legislature have been the progression of funding for many projects across the country. As I think some of my counterparts have already stated, there's always a lot of projects going on this time of year. We see that with all the dump trucks and tractor trailers coming through the community. But a lot of projects are being funded and moving forward. We also unanimously voted to move a project a year ahead in advance to enhance public safety at Charlotte Beach. That's been in the news a little bit lately, and that's been due to many disturbances and fights as of late, which is very disheartening. But we've enhanced the law enforcement presence, and we are working on some enhanced safety and security devices that are being planned to aid in keeping this highly used area a family-friendly venue. For the Village of Honeoye Falls, the Harry Allen Park project has started, and as a reminder, the gazebo and the Center Park area will be closed for much of the summer as this project commences. And as I've said multiple times, but I keep getting quite a few questions on it, unfortunately, the Tuesday night concert series is not being held because of the park closure, but we'll get that going again next year. At our village board meeting this coming Monday, June 16th at 7 p.m., one of the agenda items will be on our wastewater treatment plant project. Its progression through the planning process and funding and the funding we are working on to mitigate the cost of this $10 million project to the local taxpayer. This is going to be This is going to be an active agenda item each month moving forward in effort to get our information out to our residents and businesses. These meetings will serve as some of the formal communication meetings as well. The village is asking for letters of support from our residents, our service groups, and businesses for this project. These letters will aid in obtaining the grants and state and federal funding that we're seeking. Letters of support may be sent to my attention at the Village of Honeoye Falls, 5 East Street, Village of Honeoye Falls, New York, 14472. And that is to the attention of Mayor Rick Milne. They can also be sent as an email attachment to mayor@villageofhoneoyefalls.gov. More information will be coming in a separate article that we hope to have in the Sentinel shortly. And that's it for me, Chris. Thanks very much.
All right, thanks, Rick. Now it's over to Steve. Steve, what's happening in Henrietta?
So for those who saw the emergency vehicles, we had a driver who was driving at an extremely high rate of speed up East Henrietta Road, apparently unaware that the road was closed due to a culvert being replaced. He flew through the concrete Jersey barrier, through the air, and landed on top of the steel trench support that keeps the trench from caving in. I've not heard an update on his condition, but he did survive the high-speed crash. But I will note that construction, hopefully that doesn't create any setbacks, because construction on that repair is actually about 3 to 4 weeks ahead of schedule. And so we should hopefully see that open up late June, early July. The plan has always been to get it open before the school buses are traveling again. So The Splash Park opened on May 24th. Wasn't the best weather day, but the kids were out there having fun anyway. In fact, it was hysterical because there was one girl in a heavy, like almost like a wool coat, but she was standing under the bucket drop. So on the warm weather days, it's been absolutely packed and very well received. So a successful opening so far. We also had a successful 5K run. This year we named it in honor of Charlie Lookup, who was a big participant in our town, whether through the Henrietta Foundation or Rotary and a number of other organizations. Lookup Park in our town is named after Charlie as well. We just ran a free rabies clinic. Unlike last year, no one was bitten. Last year, I was the one bitten. I now can help with our animal or our dog control because I now am vaccinated against rabies. Pride celebration takes place on June 30th, 5:30 Town Hall. Our Juneteenth celebration is actually going to be on Friday, June 20th. We are closed for Juneteenth, but we are the very first concert series in our summer concert series will be Friday, June 20th, and that's going to celebrate Juneteenth. The farmers and crafts market starts at 4 o'clock, and the concert starts at 6:30. That's in Veterans Memorial Park. Our golf course is doing well, almost doubled the amount of participation this time last year. We did recently have some wet weather, help a few poplar trees come down. A couple of them came down on their own in the wind. And so then we went around and essentially pushed on a number of others. The ground in that area, because of the spring, has just been heavily saturated. And anyone who knows poplar trees know they grow quickly, die quickly, fall over quickly. So we're looking to replace those with trees that will do well in the wetter ground without being as likely to fall over. We received a grant award to put in the infrastructure for our compost facility up on Middle Road. So we'll be getting started on that. The Tinker Art and Garden Party will be running from June 14th to June 28th. So visit Tinker if you're interested. There will also be a Tinker Trek Walk for seniors. Those are on Thursday nights starting June 26th. The Red Cross Blood Drive is also June 26th. That's from 1 to 6 p.m. in the Henrietta Public Library. Please don't give blood and then go participate in the walk. Choose one or the other. Some updates on earlier announcements. Our architectural plans are nearly done for the new municipal dog shelter. So hopefully we'll be going out to bids later this month. Our next town board meeting's end of this month, so it'll probably be then that we'll put out the bids. And hope with construction starting probably in September. And the reason you wait till then is a lot of the construction companies are busy working on schools. All hands on deck trying to get school work done in the summer while there's no students in the classrooms. So you'll get a better price for construction if you wait till after those crews are done there. The plans for the new clubhouse for the golf course is almost complete. And next we'll be working on the MEP, the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing project. So again, hopefully we'll get that project underway. That one will probably go out to bid a little bit later with construction to start October, November's timeframe. The plan is to build the clubhouse north of the existing clubhouse. When it's all built, we will raise the old clubhouse and turn it into an expanded parking lot. Engineering drawings for the new band shell have progressed. The only thing we're waiting on now is a soil testing. With all the rain we'd had, they'd had to delay it. And so though that was done this past week, and so we'll pull that data in and they'll update the footers. But the plan is to go to a new hard shell, and that should be going in soon. In addition to the shell itself, there will be a permanent stage with the ability to expand it out with our current temporary stage. That will allow us to have a wheelchair ramp up to the stage. It's something we've not had in the past as an accessible performance stage. We'll also have 2 permanent bathrooms there, so we won't have to have the porta potties at our concert series and market. And then finally, the plans for the senior center expansion are moving along. We are expanding the dining area as well as expanding the kitchen and the bathrooms. With the growth in our town, our senior lunches are continually full. So when our county legislators stood up for the towns and were able to get some of the ARPA funds out to the towns and not just all to the city, we used that opportunity to expand our senior center. We also received a significant gift from the estate of, I forgot his first name now, but Mr. Stats. And so between those two, between the grant and the gifts, we're able to expand the senior center and replace all the flooring. So very excited about that effort. The seniors are very excited because again, we've had to turn people away at some of our noontime meals. So this will take care of that issue. And that's about it.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Mike, Rick, anything more to add? Nope. Thank you all for being here, and thank you all for watching. Remember, this show airs every Sunday at 1 p.m. on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Like the page or subscribe to the channel, and those platforms will notify you when the show begins. Otherwise, you can read the transcript in next week's paper. That's all for now. See you all next week. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Imagine yourself communicating with a difference. Pan-Dimensional Solutions helps you do this. Whether live spectator events, taped broadcasts, or real-time audience-engaging programs, you can benefit immediately from the tools Pan-Dimensional Solutions will share with you. Do you want to make a difference? Contact us at pandimensional.com.